draw a general rule for exponents, it looks like this, okay? You have some number, we can say x, okay? And it has a power, and we could say m to the n, okay? That's what an exponent looks like. Listening. Yeah. I don't know, I can check in a minute. Okay. Yep. Okay, so m over n. And so that's what an exponent looks like. Okay, and we're going to be converting to radical form. Okay, so radical form, this is exponential form. Okay, and then we have radical form. Okay, you guys probably know that as what? What have you been calling it your whole life? What is this called? Square root, okay? So I'm gonna nitpick at you. It is not called a square root, okay? I don't wanna say you've been lied to, okay? The only time it's called a square root is if it's plain like this. And we're gonna talk about when there's a number on the outside, it changes the whole name. That's why it's called radical form, okay? So now that you're in high school, you need to understand that this is actually called a radical, not a square root, okay? A square root is only if it's plain. I wish people would have told you that forever ago, okay? And that looks like you have some sort of x, okay? And then the m goes on the inside and the n goes here. It's going to be a little number, okay? You have to like get the concept of this. So make sure that you have these notes on your paper, okay? So essentially we got x to the, okay? It's going to be the top, oh my God, over the bottom. This way. Yeah. Person said they're not here. Like who? Oh, a bunch of them were on the ASVAB list. Where's Anaya?
She's testing.
She's testing. Rhonda?
I ain't see her.
Trinity?
I ain't see her. I think that
DeMarco and Jade?
Jade's testing.
Jade's here. She's in.
I ain't see DeMarco.
They haven't seen DeMarco. Yep. Okay, so we got top over bottom. Okay, and that is equivalent to the outside. Okay, and then the bottom matches the inside. Okay. So my suggestion to you, I'm not always like super notesy. Okay, you need all of this. Okay. So if we look at number 1, it says write each expression in radical form. What form is this in? Exponential or radical? It's in exponential, right? It has an exponent. Okay, so that lets you know you're going to need a radical. Okay, you're going to need the radical. And instead of the x, what is our big number? 3. So that's definitely going to go here on the inside. Okay, now, see this m? What's our m? A 1. Okay, and this says that the m goes on the inside. Okay, and I think I wrote my notes. Okay, it goes on the inside, and there's a 2 on the outside. Did I write this backwards? That's like I did. Top over bottom. Outside. Hold on. Okay, so, but this is where you guys get called. So see how the little number's a 2? That's why it's called a square root. Okay, because normally this is how you would see it. 3 to the 1 is just 3. Okay, and this is how you would see it. Square root of 3. Okay, so when there's no number, and this is the most important, when there's no number here, it is called a square root. Okay, when there's any other number, it's not called a square root. Okay, it's called a radical. Okay, it could be a cubed root or what have you. Okay, so and this should say inside over outside. I don't know what the heck I was doing. Flip them. Okay, so let's look at number 2. You're definitely going to have a square root symbol, okay, or a radical symbol. Your big number is going to be what? 5. Okay, where does this top 5 go? Inside the 3. Outside. Okay, so see how there's and it should be a baby 3, okay? Not a big size 3. It is a tiny little number, okay? Not a big number. These are exponents, so you got to keep them both small. Okay, so we're going to draw the radical. What's our big number on the inside? 3. Where's the 5 go? Okay, the 5 goes inside. Where's the 2 go? The outside. Now, if there's no number here, what is assumed that it is? A 2. Okay, so you can write the 2, but you don't have to. Okay, until you get comfortable with it, I would definitely write it. Okay, it's the same as, like, you know how we have an X? What number's in front of that? A 1, or it's to a 1 power. This, if there's no number here, it's a 2. Okay, that's why it's called a square root. Shush. Okay, so we're going to have this radical. What's our number on the inside going to be? 7 to the power of what? 3. What number goes on the outside? 2 or none. Okay, so it's up to you. Okay, this one, our big number is going to be 2, and we want to write these in exponential form. Okay, so it should look like an exponent. Our big number is going to be 2. Okay, and what's going to go on the top? Okay, look at this one. The top went on the inside. Okay, so our inside number is a 7 over 6. Okay, so our big number is going to be 5, oh my gosh, 3. What's going to go on top? 5 over 4. Okay, 13, we're going to have 7. What goes on top? 5. What goes on bottom? 2. Why a 2? Yeah, okay, so if there's nothing right here, okay, we're going to assume, not assume, it's a 2, okay? Okay, 15, our big number is going to be 6. What's going to go on top? We know what's going to go on the bottom, right? That goes right here. What is that one? 2. Okay, and we just talked about this. X has a 1. What power is it? A 1 power. So see how there's not a power right here? It's a 1. So a 1's going to go on top. Okay, write each in radical form. So you're going to have the radical. Okay, our big number is what? 7n. Okay, so keep the parentheses right there the way it is. Okay, what's going to go on the inside? 2, outside 3. Okay, Okay, you're gonna have your radical 2a inside, 7 outside, 6. We got 6k. Okay, the parentheses are a have to. If there's anything more than one letter or number underneath that radical, you have to use the parentheses. Okay? Where's the 1 gonna go? Inside. Do we have to put the 1? No, it's to the power of 1 already. You can. What about the outside? 2. Do we have to put it? No, we don't. Okay? But you can. Okay, we're gonna have square root of a. See how that's one letter or one number? We don't have to use parentheses. Where's the 3 gonna go? Inside, outside. 2. Do we have to put it? Can you? Okay. Okay, lastly, write each in exponential form. So see how this has essentially a 5 and an n? It has a letter and a number. That means you also need to use parentheses. So it's going to be 5n to the, what goes on top? 2/4, somebody agree? That's what you're saying? Okay, so here's one little critique, okay? And I hate this. So really, and I kind of did it, I hope you would like think about it, but this is all one thing. That squared goes to the n. Okay, so when you do the parentheses, it's really gonna look like this. Okay, so meaning that this should say 5 squared. Now, what power is it? If there's no number here, what is it? A 1. I know. It's like there's imaginary 1s and 2s all over the place. Okay? Yes, dear?
So when we do radical form, you must do parentheses like that.
When you do radical form, like here,
Yeah.
you have to use parentheses if there's more than one piece.
Yeah, but you want us to put the, never mind.
Okay. Okay, so 27. What's going to go inside the parentheses? 10a. What goes on top? 4. Bottom. 5. Okay, it goes inside over outside. This technically, even though it looks like on the outside, it's the inside. Always this number is going to be outside. Okay? So, 29. Do you have to use parentheses? Why not? It's only 1. Can you? You can. Okay? What's going to go on top? 5/6. Good. 31. Do we need parentheses? Yes. Okay, what's going to go in them? 2n. What's going to go on top? A 1. Okay, this is really to the power of 1 over 3. Okay, so it's going to go inside, outside. Yeah. Okay, inside, outside, or you got top and bottom. Okay, go through and practice. And if you're really struggling, you should be able to look at like this and figure out what I did here to do this one. Okay. When you're done for the day.